In the name of the Minister of Supreme State Audits, I, the Mayor of Mbengwi, I inaugurate this place as an income-generating institution for the people living with disabilities in Mbengwi.
Teach someone how to catch a fish than keep giving them fish to eat always. This is the best way to counter people's dependence on others. The situation of persons living with disabilities in Mbengwi has often been precarious. In the yesteryears, the best assistance they used to receive has often been in the form of white canes and at times cash. The Mbengwi Council recently took another approach of reaching out to PWDs in the municipality, this by economically empowering them with a grinding mill from where they will then start generating income for their livelihoods.
Before this donation is coming in, we start at the level of the executive, at the level of Mbengwi Council, to brainstorm on what is going to be done with this financial package from Yaoundé, the Minister of Social Affairs. You know, with the coming of decentralization, all competencies, most of the competencies have been devolved to councils, and so if the council is failing, it means maybe the executive of that municipality have decided to fail. Where we also consulted the people living with a disability, and they also actually accepted, they brought the opinion that instead of giving the white canes, we give money to them, they just enter the bars, living from the council, and the money is finished. So, but these are investments, things that will last long. Even their children will come and see. And that is the reason that the council, the government through the Mbengwi Council, is reaching out to Modap today.
On Thursday, February 5th, 2026, a ceremony to hand over the grinding mill to members of MODAP, Momo Development Association for Persons with Disabilities, took place at the project site in Mile 18 Mbengwi. While cutting a symbolic ribbon to mark the official inauguration, the municipal authority disclosed that the 10 million francs worth project came through the Ministry of Social Affairs and went further to explain some financial rubrics of the contract.
I want to actually extend sincere thanks to Her Excellency, the Minister of Supreme State Audit at Yaoundé. She's actually doing a marvelous job because after the consultations that I did with the persons living with disability in Mbengwi municipality, I reached out to her and she lobbied for the project to come. And as she lobbied for the project, she met her colleagues of the social department and they granted us this wonderful sum of 10 million francs, which we have actually come out with this project to institute a grinding mill for the persons living with disability in Mbengwi. I want to also clear out some air. The air I want to clear out is, you know, even when I was not here at the council, when I hear a project of 10 million, I would think that all the 10 million is going to be implemented for that project. That 10 million is to cover it is the cost that covers all the steps that it takes for the project to be executed, ranging from paying of patang, registration, taxes, and all not even the service provider.
A guided tour around the project site brought attendees close to the machines that were purchased and installed. Present was the contractor who outlined the equipment and their functions.
We get the three-phase metal, we run some for outside. We get the machine where the peel corn, then the machine where the grind corn, the machine where the grind cassava, and the machine where the grind spices. Yes. And we already order a generator. We will carry all the machine. Our contractor says we will pay rent for this place for 6 months. Okay. But I want to say I don't pay the rent for 1 year.
Wow.
The beneficiaries on their part, through their leadership, appreciated the Mbengwi Council for such a wonderful donation intended to go a long way in relieving them from their sufferings.
We acknowledge with great gratitude what you have done in the life of Modap. The impact of your project through this association is very much appreciated. Your inspiration will change many things in this association. We very much appreciate your effort. We promise, sir, that these machines will be well cared for, and a proper managing account for the project will be kept. Your people with special needs will never beg for bread. They will make bread in large quantities and even sell some and have enough money.
They promised their unflinching support to all that were involved in the process of lobbying for the project to come to them.
We appreciate the Lord Mayor, we appreciate the Minister, the parliamentarian, all where they did in that chain to go up the government. And why we thank them? Please, the President, no more rate of speech. So we still need more. We know the benefit from all these things. And we know somebody will be there ahead. What you will do in the end, you must try to support them when they up, so that way they bring with more things.
Unfortunately, persons living with disabilities in Mbengwi are still in disarray. Several factions have been existing, resulting to a clash in opinions and membership. The mayor promised to address this worrying concern.
I want to thank the president of MODAP for being steadfast, because before now we discovered that they have some factions, but I bet you after this session we are going to dissolve those factions and make sure they come in one. You know, in certain communities, there are people who maybe think that they are knowledgeable and want to suppress people that have kept in power, but we will not let that happen so far as MODAP is concerned.
To whom much is given, much is expected. Projects like these have been realized and inaugurated in the past, yet afterwards, nothing is left to remember their name. The mayor of the Mbengwi Council insisted that there will be proper management for sustainability and a positive impact.
What we are expecting from the persons who are going to benefit from this project to carry out total mobilization and manage the resources well. What we call sustainability. We cannot come and institute a meal like this to them, and tomorrow we hear that the door will pass here, the doors are locked, or they come here, people want services to be rendered to them, and the services are not rendered. No, we want better and good accountability, because we always come in to actually audit them to see how they are managing. Now, nevertheless, we are thinking that the proceeds from here can also help them, even indulge in some of those that are private businesses which they talked about.
Inasmuch as there may still be some discrepancies pertaining to the project, especially with regards to the nature of the building hosting the machines, expectations are high that persons living with disabilities in Mbengwi will soon start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Baba wa ayeni, ayeni.